We'll start by launching the application. The first thing that shows is the splash screen. Here I'm just going to close it. We have an option if you don't want to see that again, so I'll close that. And here are the options that this application has. Basically the file is just the exit. You have the options to start a new test, and you have the tools, which is probably the most interesting one here. Here you can define questions, answers, and select system parameters, which in this case I only needed one, which is not to show the splash screen. I can enable it or disable it here. Let's go back to questions. So basically what you do here is you use this list and you can select one of the many questions that are already in there. So you select a question and then the full text of the question comes here. From here you can either just reset the screen or you can delete it. I'm going to reset the screen. So here I can just type in a question. I'm just going to say AQ with the question mark, and I'm going to add it. And next we're going to go to the answers. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to select a question. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom to the one I selected. Here you're going to have a list of answers. Obviously it's empty right now. So I'm going to have a text here which with the answer. I'm going to put A1 as an answer 1, but this is the wrong answer. So here I'm going to put an explanation why is it wrong. And then finally here I'm going to refer the test taker to a page inside the little booklet that the DMV hands out for you to study. Here I can just go ahead and add. Now let's say I'm going to have now A2 and I want this to be the correct answer, so I'm going to click that. Basically I'm going to leave these blank because the answer is correct. The test taker does not have to be referred to any kind of page. I'm going to add, and finally I'm going to add an answer 3. I'm going to mark that wrong, so I'm going to leave that blank, and I'm going to give an explanation, and I will probably refer to another page which may be 34, and I'm going to add. Now as I add these, now you can see that the answers are here. So basically this is what this screen does. And finally we have the test itself. The test itself consists of 20 questions. They could either be true or false, or they could be a multiple choice. So I'm just going to go ahead and crazily answer whatever I can to get through the 20 and not take too long. I want to do this because I want to show you something at the end of this test. Okay, I'm getting close. And this is the last one because here's question 20. So when I click next, now it's going to display another type of test that can be taken, and this is basically matching the descriptions to the different images, the visual indicators that are on our streets. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to grab one, I'm going to say yield, and I'm going to drag it to the symbol that I think is the correct one. As you can see, the text disappears from here. So here now I have stop, so I'm going to select the stop and I'm going to put it to its correct symbol, and I can keep doing this for all of them. Once this is done, I just click on finish, and now it's going to tell me exactly which questions I got wrong. Here it's going to tell you, well, you got 11 right out of 62 and your score was 17.74. Of course this is not going to help you pass the test. So here we have basically what we typed in the other screen, which is basically the question and why the selected answer was wrong, and of course the pages in the booklet that will give you more information. Now as we scroll down, you can see now that I have the visual indicators, and since I only did 2, all the rest are cataloged as wrong. So you can see, okay, well, this symbol belongs to this description and this to this and so forth. Actually, this is by leaving this untouched, in fact I can click here and you see that it comes back, and I click this and it comes back here, so I can also undo what I did. So if I leave it as it is now, or let's say I'm going to shuffle the signs, I'm going to start over, it's just by the default. If I already have a whole bunch of these dragged and I don't want to drag them one by one, all I do is start over and they all disappear and they all come back here. So now I click on finish, and as I scroll down I can see all the visual indicators and their description. So that's another way to get a list of the descriptions that correspond to the correct image. And basically this is the entirety of this application.